Amazon is in the business of making money. And one of the ways that you can make a lot of easy money is by having less expenses in your business. So if you can lower expenses, then anything that you reduce from your expense side of your P&L instantly goes across to your profit side in your P&L. And one of the biggest expenses in a business, of course, is tax and taxation. So Amazon's in the business of making money, therefore it's also in the business of reducing or minimizing tax. And that really is the bugbear for Amazon Australia, and indeed for Amazon in general, because what the Australian government is trying to do is trying to tax Amazon more. That's really basically what they're trying to do. And of course, Amazon is not wanting to do that. They don't want to play the give us all your money game, that the taxation that governments play with businesses, and who can blame them? I hate paying tax. It sucks, particularly when you see governments pissing our hard-earned tax money up the wall on stupid projects, and you also see people ripping off the governments through social welfare programs. And I won't say anything too much about that, but you only have to watch the news to see what happens with that Australian government getting ripped off for millions and millions of dollars. Who would want to contribute to that? Certainly not me, and so I can understand that. So this is a test case. This is a test case. And around the world, different countries have different tax regimes, VAT in the UK, GST in India, yada, yada, yada. And this is a test case. So what happens here for Amazon and indeed for the Australian government will form the basis of Amazon's global tax strategy going forward. And so it's a really big deal for Amazon. And I will say that if Amazon is successful in its unwillingness to be GST compliant, because that's really what it amounts to, in Australia, their share price will bounce up as a result of that. And if they're not, it's possible that their share price will bounce down. That's how big a deal I think it is, because it has such overreaching and far-reaching effects on the rest of their business. And I don't know where you sit as far as taxation goes. You may feel that everybody should pay their fair share. You may be in that camp, and if you are, that's cool. I take the position of the late, great Kerry Packer, and I remember Packer's wonderful, wonderful comment that I'll have to paraphrase. But basically, when Packer was taken in front of the Royal Commission in Australia, I forget the year that it was, and asked about tax, Packer basically said that he does everything possible to minimize the amount of money he gives to the Australian government, because as far as he was concerned, the Australian government does a shithouse job of spending that money wisely. And so why on earth would he give them any additional money that he didn't have to? So he does everything he can to legally minimize his tax, and I'm firmly on that side of the equation too. So I think that's what's going on. I think that's what's going on with the Australian government. I think that's going on with Amazon. And so I don't know what's going to happen. I can't see Amazon backing down. I don't know that the Australian government will back down. And so that's why Amazon has closed off the marketplace. If that turns out to be the right decision for Amazon, then we could see a knock-on effect where they also close down other marketplaces in other territories as well. That's entirely plausible that they do that. But keep in mind that Amazon had a unique situation here in Australia, because their Amazon.com website was the 10th most trafficked website, e-commerce website, should I say, in Australia. So a lot of people from Australia shopped on Amazon.com. So eBay, for instance, doesn't have that problem because everybody who shops on eBay shops on ebay.com. Therefore, their tax situation is already sorted out. eBay collects GST, no dramas at all. So that's not the issue. The issue is that Amazon.com does not want to be collecting GST for Australia. They want the Amazon.com.au website to be the place where GST is collected. And I can totally understand that. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales have used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.